Hi, everybody. It's me, Liz Merrill, with Open Space Mediation. Today, I want to talk about digital security, and I'm going to give you some tips for locking down your cell phone. There are so many instances of digital abuse that I hear about every day, and it really is so galling. Obviously, all forms of abuse are galling and offensive and inexcusable. But digital security is something that has been coming up a lot in my practice. I have a lot of people who are concerned that they're being creeped on by their spouse, and they might actually be, or they really, really are, and they have a hard time proving it. They have a hard time stopping it. And the amount of anxiety that can obviously cause a person is significant. I am especially elevated by this because I have a client who had to go to the hospital recently because of stress, because of what this was doing to her. So to that end, I have some tips for you today, and I have some experts lined up for my next divorce support group for women, which is coming up on September 21st from 4 to 6 Mountain Time. I'll probably have them come to my divorce support group for men as well in October. So let's talk about your cell phone. Okay, so most people have a smartphone by now, right? And most smartphones have a passcode that you can put on there. I hope it's obvious that if you have any concerns about digital safety or you have any children in your house, put a passcode on your phone. That's a simple one. Another thing that you can do is stop location sharing. Most phones have a GPS, and that can be really handy, especially when you're like me and you don't know how to get to where you're going. But a lot of applications gather information when you leave your GPS on, and they can share your location, and you can get into that through your settings, and then you can go into your privacy settings and your location settings and turn them off. Turn it off for everything that you don't need. Just go ahead and do that. Another thing that you might want to turn off is your Bluetooth, because of course that connects your phone with other devices and other apps. There are ways that people can access information through that, intercept your calls. So just go ahead and turn it off and turn it only on when you need specifically to connect to another device. Some phones use passcodes for your Bluetooth. You might want to do that as well. Here's another basic thing to do that, like, I, for example, don't pay enough attention to, and that is just checking your privacy and security settings on your phone. These are settings that are there for you to help you manage your security and your privacy. And again, you can go through settings and you can look at all the different options for all the different apps. Another thing that's easy to forget about is the fact that most of the apps on your phone you're already logged into, like your social media accounts and stuff like that. And that makes it easier if someone picks up your phone to kind of see what's going on there. So consider logging out of these accounts on your phone unless you're using them specifically. Apps is a really important thing. It's easy to download apps and then forget which ones you've downloaded. And if you're like me, you have just a gazillion apps on your phone and you don't use half of them. So go through, have a look, see which ones you're using, which ones you aren't. And in particular, see if there are ones on there you don't recognize, because it is possible that someone has, I'm not saying it's possible, I'm not asking you to be paranoid, obviously, but that is a way that somebody can creep on you, is by downloading an app onto your phone. And it could be a monitoring program, it could be a stalkerware program. So have a look around. You can you can manage things through your wireless carrier. You can put a passcode on your account so that only you can get in there. You can make sure when you log in online that you're keeping that safe. You're the only person who can access it. It's very easy if someone is able, like a spouse is able to look, or if you share a phone plan, for them to really keep tabs on who you're calling, when you're calling them, how long you're talking. And it's very disconcerting if someone has been doing that. Use a virtual phone number if you want an additional layer of security. You can get one. It's free. You can get Google Voice, and that's a way to have another phone number that you can use, that you can keep safe. Another piece of advice is try not to store sensitive information on your cell phone. I am guilty of that, I'm sorry to say, but you can have phone numbers in there, passwords, account numbers. There's personal information that if someone is able to get into your phone, they will have access to. There's also anti-spyware. I don't know anything about it, but I know that it exists because I've been reading about it. There's antivirusware that you can install on your computer and on your phone. These are just some really easy, don't have to be technologically advanced tips to employ. Even if you're not worried about stalking, it's a good idea, right, to manage your security settings and your privacy settings on your devices. If this is something that you are worried about or that you are suffering from, I can't help you much further than just sort of giving you basic tips, but I can bring resources to you. I can connect you with people who are experts in this field, and that's why I'm doing my divorce support group, so that I can bring experts. And I can post links to organizations that help people who are suffering from digital abuse. Abuse survivor groups have a lot of information about that. Just let me know, because I want to help you. Because people creeping on you digitally is not okay. It's freaking creepy and wrong. So don't you do it either, even if it's tempting. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.